Hey, what's going on, everybody? John Haddock here for Think About Comics, joined by
your boy William Bethea.
Today we're going to be talking about Demon Days, X-Men. We got the new book from Peach Momoko. What'd you think?
Oh yeah, hey, definitely a new look on the X-Men mythos. I enjoyed how, she called herself Psych, but it's Psylocke. You know, she was the kind of like the heroine a little bit. There was another character, but what got me was the character like, hey, I am maybe the samurai or whatever coming to the town to, beat whatever evil things that are around. Come to find out, it wasn't a really evil person that it came down. It was actually, I guess a member of the Hulk crew. And it was the Venom for this world that was the bad thing, and it had returned. So it felt like a old movie, like an old samurai movie, almost, like, as far as the way the pace went. Hero comes into the town, it's all misty, you don't know who they are. The locals are trying to deal with the situation. There's a hero already there that has had enough and is going at it. And they team up with certain people that you wouldn't expect. So, it worked. It worked. This is, I think, is it's one of, I think 3 or 4 or something like that.
I think it's 5.
Okay.
It could be 6. I'd have to double check. Yeah. And that's the thing. When they do these, they change them all the time.
Yeah. So, the story was cool. I definitely like the fact that the Logan was the wolf. Didn't say nothing. Didn't do nothing crazy.
But you also don't like Wolverine.
Hey, so this was a perfect Wolverine for me. So yeah, I dug it.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought it was interesting. I love her art. I think she's one of the new hotter artists. People are always trying to pick up her covers. She's doing great work on Something Is Killing the Children. Yeah. She just did a badass Daredevil 25 third print, 1 in 25 variant. I'm a big fan of her art. I'm picking up anytime I see one that I can get. I know I got the X-Men X-23 one last week. I just love the art. It's got that watercolor feel to it. It looks something completely different from what everyone else is doing. Yeah, when you see her art, it stands out in a very good way amongst her peers. There's no confusing her with somebody else. Okay. It's like Alex Ross. You see Alex Ross,
it's Alex Ross.
Yeah, same thing with her. Yeah. And I think that's awesome. I think that's what this generation needs is, you have the 90s had, their Jim Lees, their McFarlanes and stuff. I think this generation's going to have Peach Momoko, and I think that's going to be badass. What I liked about this book the best is it ties in a lot of Japanese. It tried to blend in Japanese story and folktale and stuff, and try to mesh it with the X-Men. Mm-hmm. And so it wasn't just like like what they did with Batman, where he just, oh hey, guess what? He's a samurai. Everyone around him is a samurai, like they did in that movie. It tried to felt like they were becoming a part of that folklore and that history, and they did a really, really good job. I didn't feel like I was reading an X-Men book. I didn't feel like I was reading a What If book. I felt like I was reading, a Ronin story, or an early episode of a new anime about a samurai. Just you're getting introduced to a lot of characters, a new world, and some history in that, and it felt fresh. It felt new. It looked great. We have a Venom that. I don't think we'll ever see a Venom like that again. It wasn't, the Venom didn't really. When you pick up a Venom book now, he's so big, he's so crazy, he's doing something wild. It was the snake. Stayed in the doorway. Yeah. It didn't get out. That's what he did. And this one's it was a really good read. I love how the characters look. I can't really say anything bad about this book. I'm definitely gonna pick up the next issue.
Okay.
Another thing I liked is as you read, it ends with the story. You finish, you get to see, Moriko and everybody in the ending. But I love these files that just blend in the story that you got told with what the actual one is. You have, the Great Snake. You have the whole story of it. And then it goes on. So you have a reference to what this story is like. With me, I don't know anything about Japanese culture
Nope.
as opposed to this. So I got to learn something really, really cool and interesting, and it made the story last longer with me. It gave it more depth, and I think that's really cool, and you don't see that with a lot of comic books today. I know Protector tried to do that, but it was just way too much. Last God did that, but I felt like I couldn't get into it. But I felt this was really, really good. Short, sweet, very simple, and very appeasing to the eyes. Awesome read. I'm going to continue following the series. Great book.
Yes, I took it the other way. It felt like an X title with me.
Okay.
And the reason it felt like an X title with me, especially currently, is because it had the back pages.
Okay.
It had, something in writing describing certain situations and issues that they had there. I also enjoyed the fact that it was a team up, and the team up was with people that were they understood the history of what they had, and it closed with the person, a kid reading a story. You know what I'm saying? And that made me feel like, hey, this is somebody that may not be, a mutant, but this is somebody that has lineage with that. Maybe the mother was passed down that story from whatever to whatever, and gave it to the child, and this is them getting their heritage back. This is what it comes down to, the bloodline. This is what happens. So that made me feel the growth, and that what made the togetherness of an X title to me. So yeah, I'm all in on it. I'm
I really enjoyed it. And no, that's really interesting what you said. I didn't really think about it like that. And hey, look, this is like a coming of age story, because this you have someone rereading their history or possibly their heritage. We don't know, and I think that's coming of age stories are really, really cool in comic books, because you just get to see the progression and the development of somebody.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Demon Days, great book. I'm all in on it.
I'm in. I'm there.
I just wish our shop had some more had some better
variant covers.
variants. Yeah, I thought the variant game on this one was kind of weak. I'm not a variant guy.
Yeah.
But when you have a premier artist like this, I felt you could have did a lot more than what they gave. I mean, I was looking on eBay on them, and the one in 500 is great, but you're paying like $600 right now.
Hey,
and you're paying a lot when the description says "hot" in all caps, with flames beside it. Like, no, I'm not playing that spec, but hopefully that comes down. But I felt like we could have had better covers. Just the fact, like, I don't need a Jason Scott Campbell. No, I'm not hating on the man.
Yeah,
but I didn't need a cover for him. I felt they should have made it this old time look.
Okay.
You know how when you see like the canvas drawings that you see in the movies and stuff, I would have loved to seen a cover like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? That old school, like, how they tell the story with them fighting. I thought that would have been awesome. That's what I was hoping we were gonna get.
Wait a minute, there's more to come. So
maybe a second print we get somewhere or the new one, but definitely. But hey guys, as always, thanks for checking us out. Give us that like, give us that subscribe. Me and B try to do a really good job of getting back with you in the comments. We always get a kick out of what's going on in there. As always, thanks for checking us out, and enjoy your day.
Peace.